What up, witches and bitches? It's your girl, Jessie. Welcome to our full moon ceremony, celebrating the second Capricorn full moon. Back-to-back Capricorn full moons? The fuck? Let's get into it. So for those of you who haven't been around for a while, I actually started my full moon ceremonies through this format, and then I spent a little over a year hosting them as in-person events. Some of you, if you've gone to any of those, please let me know in the comments below. Reach out to me, let me know what your experience was. And those ceremonies include everything that we're going to be doing in this video today. Full moons are all about release. They are the energetic tipping point in that lunar cycle. It's kind of like my cup runneth over, but when you are participating in these full moon rituals, it is you choosing what goes over the edge of that cup. It is you being an active participant in your life instead of being like, life happened to me, this happened to me. It's like, nah, bitch, this was put on my plate in front of me, and what things am I saying? I ain't making room for that fuck shit anymore. It is making me bloated. It is making me feel gross. I'm getting gassy. Like, we're choosing all of those things to remove from our cup moving forward through that next half of the lunar cycle. Up until we get to that new moon, which I'll put the date to when that next new moon is. And new moons are all about that intention setting, manifesting. So think of the full moon as that time where you are taking shit off of your plate. You are saying, nope, and then you spend the rest of that lunar cycle up until the new moon kind of getting an idea of what you want to make space for. So when that new moon shows up, you can be like, ooh, I want that. I want to put that on my plate. I want to bring that into my life. I want to feel that kind of energy. You get what I'm saying? You're picking up what I'm putting down, beautiful? Of course you are. You're a fucking genius. This particular full moon is pretty interesting because it's actually the second Capricorn full moon of this cycle. So the last full moon that happened in June was a Capricorn and full moon. Was a full moon in Capricorn, and this one in July 21st, is another Capricorn full moon. And typically it usually, like, the full moon goes along with the astrological calendar, so you can expect to have an Aquarius full moon. But no, bitch, she decided to get spicy with another Capricorn full moon. So Capricorn full moons are one that, like, basically just called you to get your shit together. What's really interesting about having this double-headed Capricorn full moon experience is that it felt like that first Capricorn full moon in June was this energy of get your shit together, things are going a little crazy, how do you want things to work out? You need to get your professional life together. What's your business looking like? What's your money looking like? All of those things. And this time around, on the second go of this Capricorn full moon, it kind of has this vibe of like, all right, so we're through the door. Now what are we gonna do? You got the job, you got the relationship, you got the health plan going, or at least you established an idea of it. So you're like walking through that door, and this full moon is like, what's still blocking you? What is keeping you from really showing up as your most realized self? What blockages are making you feel like you can't fully embody that version of you who knows their worth, gets their shit done, shows up on time, shows up for themselves? Like, what's still lingering there? As much as I am so much go with the flow, and I have like this bittersweet feeling around the Capricorn full moon, I have to appreciate the fact that this is kind of an energy of the universe kind of holding your hand and walking you through your first day of school, or walking you through your first day at the new job kind of thing. Whether you decide to have a temper tantrum on your first day of work, that is you, or a temper tantrum on your first day to school, that is all you. But either way, the universe is kind of guiding you through that door, guiding you to that next chapter. So it's really a beautiful opportunity to connect with that full moon energy and to then say, okay, this is no longer serving me. That person in my life, that mindset, that unhealthy relationship with money, that overspending, that overeating, that underspending, undereating, like whatever feels out of balance. And with this being the season of Cancer, the sun is in Cancer while that moon is in Capricorn, this is so like such a loving heart space to be like, baby, I love you. love yourself. What do we need in order to bring these things to fruition? You have these desires and you have these things that you believe to be necessary in order to support those desires. So how can we make those things so? How can we bring them into fruition without you being emotionally triggered at the thought of doing your budget, or being sent into a panic attack because you had to adjust your dietary restrictions or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is that full moon to really show up and be like, okay, let's take a moment. What you need, how can we do this? Because we're walking through that door. And that is where this full moon ceremony is coming in clutch for you, bitch, because it is going to take that process and just bring it to your home. Like I said before, I was doing these in person in Tower District in Fresno and like all over Fresno. But I wanted to make this a lot more accessible to the community. And honestly, I'm such a hermit that this is such a blessing to me as well, to be able to have my own time with Mama Luna and to do my full moon rituals and keep those sacred for myself as well, because I was doing the most for everyone else and putting myself last, and this is a really beautiful offering for all of us to benefit from. So with that being said, what we're going to be going over with this ceremony is we just learned a little bit about what this lunation is bringing up for us collectively and individually. So those are the kind of energies that we are going to be addressing during this ceremony. We're going to use a bunch of different modalities in order to get that release, in order to remove those things from our plate. So we're going to be doing a guided meditation along with a sound bath. My beautiful friend, Lady D, she is going to be the one doing the sound bowls and all of that sound bath goodness. I'm going to be camera lady and also that guided meditation. This meditation is specific for this full moon in Capricorn with the sun in Cancer. It's speaking to that flow that we're all being called to be in, and that trust that we need in order to get that stability, to get that structure that Capricorn is really emphasizing. And then after that, we go into ecstatic movement. So that I don't overwhelm you with too much information right now, so you can expect to find out a little bit more info about what that ecstatic movement is before we get into that segment, once we got done with our guided meditation and sound bath. Then after that ecstatic movement, we go into bay leaf burning, and that's going to be our closing ceremony, our witchy releasing part of the ceremony. And like I said, before we get into that one, I'll also unpack a little bit more information so that this isn't just like info dump on you, okay? So with that being said, get into something comfy. Make sure you have water or tea with you so you can stay hydrated. Get cozy, bitch. You're at your home. Like, you deserve this time to take up space. Now let's take up some space and release some shit. Let's get into that meditation, goddess. Take a moment to get into your most comfortable position, either seated or lying down. If at any point during this meditation you feel called to move your body, allow yourself to do so and honor that energy. This is your practice. Take up all the space that you require. You are safe. Once you've gotten into a comfortable position, gently and lovingly close your eyes. And before we take our first breath, I just want you to bring your awareness to your physical body. If you notice any tension in your body, that's okay. Later on in our practice, we'll breathe into those spaces and release that tension. But for now, I just want you to take notice of how your body is taking up space. Are you still holding your arms tightly to your sides, even though you're in the comfort of your own home? Is your jaw clenched? Are your shoulders tightly raised up to your ears? Take this moment to gently make any adjustments you may need in order to be more at ease. Now bring your awareness to your auric field, the space around you where you can feel what's surrounding you. And just notice how at peace your surroundings are. Slowly take a deep breath in through your nose, expanding your ribs. And exhale from the mouth. Again, in and out. There's no rush to get anywhere. You are here, and this is exactly where you are meant to be. Breathe in and out. Notice any tension in your physical body and bring love into that space. Imagine you're holding it, giving it a loving touch. And as you're connecting to that, take a deep breath in, wrapping yourself in golden light. And on the exhale, letting go and allowing your body to relax even deeper into Mother Earth. It's easy to lose oneself in the hustle and bustle of this world, especially when Mama Luna is encouraging you to connect to your discipline. And Papa Soul is inviting in softness and balance. Our external world will try to tell us that we need to hurry up to fix whatever problem we perceive exists in our lives. But your soul knows that you are freer than that concept. And right now, you release yourself from that old narrative that tells you to hurry up and fix yourself. Because you are not a problem to be solved. You are a soul, an expansive, creative, beautiful, passionate beam of light. And the planets are aligning to open the doors towards those passions. So do not allow yourself to get distracted by the immediate impulses that the Matrix has fed you. And instead, connect to your expansive self. Breathe in and out. We tend to spend a lot of our time in our thoughts, yet we never really take the time to clear the clutter. So take a moment to pay gratitude to yourself right now for clearing that clutter and connecting to your flow. Much like the water, going wherever the flow guides it, you are now being called to go with the flow of life, to learn to trust yourself, to trust your higher guidance, and to know that it is safe for you to let go of the reins. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, fully releasing. The Capricorn full moon invites an energy of discipline and structure. This is the second full moon in Capricorn. And with so much of this Sagittarian structure in the air, we tend to lose ourselves in this thought that we must do better. This Cancer sun reminds you that doing better means to live from your heart space, to connect to your true desires, to connect with loved ones, to come back to the frequency of love, and that starts and ends with self-love, which is what you are doing right now. You are so worthy of this love. There's nothing for you to hold on to, nothing for you to force into being. You may even feel your body sinking down, symbolic of letting go, feeling heavy and relaxed, as if you're not only surrendering inward into love, you're also surrendering into yourself, as if you're giving yourself back to you, returning fully into your own being. Surrender is a sign of trust, a commitment to you, to love, to knowing that all is working out for you and there's no way to get it wrong. So you know that it's safe to let go. There's nothing to lose, nothing you can miss. It's all working out for you. You show the universe that you trust it, and you show your inner being that you trust it. When you surrender and let go, relaxing into what is without holding on to any need or want or outcome. Simply surrendering into now. Now take a moment to relax even deeper, enjoying this beautiful sound bath. Stay with this feeling as long as you wish. And when you're ready to come out of this practice, know that you can still carry this with you. This feeling of ease and surrender. Surrendering into trust, faith, love, surrendering into the flow of life. And as you slowly come out of this, begin to roll your shoulders, wiggle your fingers and toes. Whenever you're ready, begin to gently open your eyes and come back to the world around you. Breathe in this new, lighter energy and exhale with a sigh. And repeat after me. I simplify my life and return to the grassroots of being a sovereign human. I am enough. Next, we're going to be getting into ecstatic movement, and a beautiful transition into that are these ceremonial drums. So take a moment to move, break up any of that energy that may still be stuck in your body, and get ready to start bringing some movement into that beautiful body of yours. So next we're going to be getting into ecstatic movement or ecstatic dance. Typically, there's no kind of guidance that happens during ecstatic dance. It's just about you listening to your body and what it needs, the movement that it wants to feel. This is a judgment-free zone. And I especially love that we are making these an at-home experience, because then it just opens you up to being able to be free and to recognize that the only thing holding you back is yourself. So if you just give yourself permission to access what your body needs and to be expressive and to be like, fuck it, nobody's fucking watching me. Can we tap back into that little younger version of ourselves that used to just sing in front of the mirror and blast our fucking shit with our hairbrush in our hand and just go to fucking town moving that energy? I encourage you to tap back into that energy, because I'm going to be giving you that playlist. It is accessible in the description of this video. I also have a QR code here that you can use in order to access that playlist. This is a specifically curated playlist that I curated on Spotify with all of these very intentional songs. Now, one of the things that I in particular really love about hosting ecstatic movement is the Gemini rising in me is loud. So you're going to notice there's a lot of very intentional lyrics in the songs that I choose for the ecstatic movement. So I encourage you to maybe take a check through those lyrics and listen in a little bit more, because there's nothing more that I love than geeking out on lyrics, like straight up geeking out on music and lyrics. Huge thing. So move your body to this music. I'm not going to be playing it in this video because I don't want to get copywritten or any of that shit, and if I did this on Zoom, it would just mute the music anyways. So take this time to pause this video, go to the playlist in the description below, and get moving, baby, because I know I will as well. And this ecstatic movement is all about moving stagnant energy in your body. We all spend so much time in our minds or in our feelings, but we don't move that energy out of our bodies. at least not intentionally. So I encourage you to use this time during your movement practice to know that your body is going to be communicating to you, hey, we need to move this, our hip feels a little stiff, or my wrists are feeling a little tight, or my ankles, or whatever part of you starts to say, hey, we need to move this way, we need to get some energy out of there. Listen to your body, beautiful, and let it speak to you. Again, we have that Capricorn moon, and the Capricorn is the earth of all earth signs. So your physical self is going to be loud for this practice. So listen to them, okay, baby? Go play the music, go move your body, and I will see you on the other side when we get into our closing ceremony, which is bay leaf burning, baby. And we'll get more into that when we get to that. Now let's get into some burning shit. Remember, practice fire safety. This is very, very important. We're going to be releasing some shit. And when we're releasing with intention, you can kind of see the fire speak to you. So there's going to be some times where that fire might kick up, or you might have to spend some extra time putting the fire, like making that shit burn and stuff. So make sure you are practicing fire safety, because there's going to be some shit going down, baby. You've been holding on to too much, and so we're going to be releasing it. It might get a little messy. This is what you're going to need for this practice. It's really simple. These are things that you can find at Walmart, bitch. Bay leaves, Sharpies, matches, fire safe container, water. Period. All right? Anything that came up for you during the meditation, during the sound bath, movement, whatever came up for you that you realized was like a block for you, whether that was a person, place, thing, mindset, whatever. If something came up for you during this ritual that you are just ready to let go of, that is what you're going to be writing down on your bay leaves. You can write all of them on one bay leaf, one on each bay leaf. I will say some people like to do manifestations this way, and you can do that, I would suggest, on new moons, where it's about inviting in new things. Full moon is about release. So I encourage you to be more in that mindset of release. And with this being that Capricorn full moon, it is about how can you more positively make space in your physical world. So keep that in mind when you're writing things down of what you'd like to let go of. So you're going to write that down on the bay leaf. Set that bitch on fire, and that is it. It is done. And so when you are done burning your bay leaves, I want you to take a moment to just watch the fire and take a deep breath in and out, and repeat after me. And so it is. And that's exactly that. The universe got the message. There's no way that they cannot get the damn message at this point. So just let it go. Be in the flow of life and know that whatever challenge comes up for you is simply the universe saying, they're basically calling you out on your bluff, bitch. They're like, are you really who you said you're going to be? Because here's the perfect opportunity for you to be the person you say you are, you know? So anyways, that's that on that. I love you so much. If you would like to work with me one-on-one or come to a high tea and tarot, or if you have any questions about anything, you can find out all of that information on my website, JessieRetroReadings.com. And make sure you're following me on Instagram at JessieRetroReadings. Remember, I will not reach out to you first. And yeah, that's it. Remember, until next time, if they ain't paying your bills, and even if they are, pay them no mind. Check you later.